Hudson, you're finally home. We need to talk.
Yeah, what's up? Can we do this later? I had a long day.
Seriously? I'm the one who works all day and you went to the billiard club. And now you're tired? I just saw the credit card statement. Care to explain the expenses at the billiards club?
Oh, that? Yeah, the guys from the club organized a trip for the last weeks of July, and I decided to go.
Without discussing it with me first? We're a married couple, Hudson. We make decisions together.
Look, Natasha, it's just a trip with the guys. Why are you making such a big deal out of it?
It's not just about the trip, Hudson. You went ahead and made a decision without even considering how it would affect me or our family.
Oh, come on. It's not like it's a life-altering decision, it's just a trip.
That's not the point, Hudson. We are supposed to be a team, but it feels like you're making decisions on your own without any regard for me or our family.
Don't make it sound like I'm some sort of villain. I deserve a break every now and then.
I'm not saying you don't deserve a break, but you should have talked to me about it first. You can't just drop everything whenever you feel like it.
Oh, forgive me for not asking your permission, Your Highness. I didn't realize I needed your approval for everything I do.
You're being overbearing.
Oh, am I? Sounds like you are. You controlling wrench.
Excuse me? Control? Is that what you think this is?
Oh, I know it is. You always find something to complain about.
My name is Natasha, and I'm a nurse at a very popular hospital. I dedicated my life to helping others, and my job can be demanding at times. And so, as soon as I gave birth to my first child, everything became much more overwhelming. My husband Hudson made a decision to become a stay-at-home dad, ensuring our family remained strong and cared for. I thought that Hudson's devotion was a blessing in my life. I was deeply grateful for his decision as it allowed me to fully focus on my work without worrying about other tasks. In the chaotic world of a hospital where emergencies and long shifts are the norms, having someone reliable at home eases my mind. It really gave me the peace of mind to do what I love most. Not only did Hudson take care of our home, but he also took care of our precious daughter, Mia. She's a bright and caring little girl full of dreams and aspirations. She was always telling me that she wanted to be a working woman when she grew up, just like her mom. It warmed my heart to know that she supported my career choice and understood the importance of pursuing one's dreams. When I came home after a long day at the hospital, tired and emotionally drained, Mia's smiling face and Hudson's comforting presence really helped. Mia's admiration for my profession motivated me to keep pushing forward. There has been instances when Mia accompanied me to the hospital, peeking through the glass doors and watching me put on my scrubs with admiration in her eyes. It fills me with a sense of pride, knowing that she sees me as a role model. I really had the perfect life that one could only dream of. However, fate had a different plan for me. It all came crumbling down so much faster than I could ever imagine. That day, I received an unexpected call from my credit card company. They informed me about an overdraft on my account, which immediately set off alarm bells in my mind. I quickly pulled up my credit card statement, preparing myself for the worst. What I discovered was beyond comprehension. The charges listed were outrageous and none of them rang a bell. My heart sank as I saw purchases from high-end designer brands, exclusive boutiques, famous perfumeries, and even luxury watches. It was a shopping spree that I couldn't recall initiating. As I scanned their transaction details, a pattern emerged. All these purchases were consistently made on Fridays, the very same days when I worked night shifts at the hospital, and Hudson typically spent his evenings at the billiards club. The realization hit me like a ton of bricks. Could it be possible that someone was taking advantage of my absence during those specific hours, and could it be that my husband was in it too? My suspicions immediately landed on Chloe, the receptionist at the billiards club. I vividly remembered an incident when I had come to surprise my husband during one of his game nights. As I walked past Chloe, the distinct smell of my husband's signature cologne alarmed me. It was a scent that I knew all too well. An uneasy feeling settled in my stomach. I asked her if she had recently purchased the same perfume that my husband wore. To my surprise, she claimed that the smell might come from her husband's cologne. Her response left me torn. Was it possible that her husband coincidentally wore the same fragrance as my husband? I pushed it aside, thinking it was just an unfortunate coincidence. Now, connecting the dots, I couldn't ignore the possibility that Chloe was somehow involved in these purchases. The situation had left me questioning the trust I had in my husband. Were they both deceiving me? I couldn't shake off the unsettling feeling that there was more to the story, a hidden truth waiting to be unraveled. As doubt continued to consume my thoughts, I decided to take matters into my own hands. With a heavy heart, I made the difficult decision to take a day off work and secretly follow Hudson as he headed to the billiards club. My goal was to uncover the truth once and for all. I really hoped it was all a big, ugly misunderstanding. But despite my hopes, what I witnessed shattered my world. I watched in disbelief as Hudson, my loving husband, picked up Chloe, the receptionist, and together they disappeared into a nearby hotel. The sight was like a knife twisting in my heart. Emotionally wounded and feeling utterly betrayed, I couldn't understand how the person I trusted the most could be engaged in such a terrible act. Thoughts of divorce clouded my mind. The pain was raw and overwhelming, leaving me desperate. Fortunately, I still had something to hold on to. Mia, my ever-supportive daughter, became my comfort. Somehow, she seemed to sense that I was a little sadder than usual. In her young but perceptive way, she expressed her unwavering support. Her gestures, though simple, carried the weight of unconditional love. She would be wrapping her arms around me, giving me sweet kisses on my cheek. Her affection resonated deeply within me, reminding me that I wasn't alone in the storm. Her maturity astounded me and gave me a reason to keep pushing forward. I found solace in knowing that I had a strong bond with my daughter, a connection that couldn't be broken. As I weighed the options that I had, the idea of divorce seemed both terrifying and liberating. It would mean giving up on the life we had built together, the dreams and promises we had once shared, but it also presented an opportunity for healing and growth, a chance to redefine my own path and create an even better life. I started to gather more information so that I could do what was best for Mia and me. I meticulously examined Hudson's credit card statements, leaving no stone unturned. I relentlessly contacted hotels, restaurants, and other establishments to gather evidence that would confirm my suspicions. The credit card statements revealed even bigger charges, pointing to a lavish lifestyle that I had been completely unaware of. The bills included $3,000 for accommodations at a luxurious hotel, $1,000 for meals at high-class restaurants, and an additional $500 spent at a renowned spa. All of these reservations were meticulously made for the last 2 weeks of July. The pieces of the puzzle were starting to come together. It became clear that Hudson had been using our shared credit card to finance an affair. I struggled to comprehend how someone I had loved and trusted could have carried on this double life. That night, Hudson returned home unaware of the mounting evidence I had uncovered. I decided to give him one last chance and spoke to him about what I had uncovered. Hudson, you're finally home. We need to talk.
Yeah, what's up? Can we do this later? I had a long day.
Seriously? I'm the one who works all day and you went to the billiard club and now you're tired? I just saw the credit card statement. Care to explain the expenses at the billiards club?
Oh, that. Yeah, the guys from the club organized a trip for the last weeks of July, and I decided to go.
Without discussing it with me first? We're a married couple, Hudson. We make decisions together.
Look, Natasha, it's just a trip with the guys. Why are you making such a big deal out of it?
It's not just about the trip, Hudson. You went ahead and made a decision without even considering how it would affect me or our family.
Oh, come on. It's not like it's a life-altering decision. It's just a trip.
That's not the point, Hudson. We are supposed to be a team, but it feels like you're making decisions on your own without any regard for me or our family.
Don't make it sound like I'm some sort of villain. I deserve a break every now and then.
I'm not saying you don't deserve a break, but you should have talked to me about it first. You can't just drop everything whenever you feel like it.
Oh, forgive me for not asking for your permission, Your Highness. I didn't realize I needed your approval for everything I do.
You're being overbearing.
Oh, am I? Sounds like you are. You controlling wrench.
Excuse me, control. Is that what you think this is?
Oh, I know it is. You always find something to complain about.
After that conversation, it became easy for me to finally make up my mind. I couldn't go on anymore. Hudson had a change of heart and I did nothing to deserve such treatment. Taking matters into my own hands, I secretly replaced Hudson's working credit card with an expired one. It was a small act, but one that would later hold a significant impact. In the days that followed, I had to do the most difficult thing a mom could do. While Hudson was on his trip with the billiards club, I had to break down the situation to Mia. She was a mature and tough girl, but still, there was a lot to process. I could see how hard it was for her to understand everything, but fortunately, she took the news with courage. With a heavy heart, we made the decision to move on from the life we once shared. Together, we packed our belongings and left behind the home that held memories tainted by broken trust. Mia and I moved to a new home right during that weekend. Divorce papers were prepared and placed on the table of our old home. Mia stood by my side. Her unwavering support was a reminder that I was never alone in this journey. 2 weeks later, Hudson returned to an empty house. He saw the divorce papers and immediately understood what had happened. The weight of his betrayal crashed down upon him. He frantically contacted me, seeking to make it up to me, but I had made the decision to stop all of his contacts. Blocking his calls, I left him alone in a state of panic and uncertainty. Dozens of his voicemails were left unresponded, but I made sure to listen to all of them. They sounded like justice had partly been served.
Natasha, please, I'm begging you to pick up the phone. I don't know what I was thinking, what I've done. I have made the biggest mistake of my life. Please, give me a chance to make it right. I'll do anything at all. Just please talk to me. Natasha, it's me again. I've been going over everything in my mind, replaying the moments of our life together, and I can't believe what I've ruined. You're everything to me, and I let it slip away. I'll do whatever it takes to earn back your trust. I love you so much, and I'm so sorry. Natasha, I'm losing my mind without you and Mia. I can't bear the thought of losing my family. Please, please just hear me out. I want to prove that I can be the man you fell in love with. Please give me a chance. Natasha, it's been days since I heard your voice or saw your smile. I can't express how empty my days are without you. I miss our family, our home, everything that we had built together. I love you so much.
Some people might sway listening to these words, but I wasn't one of them. To me, once a cheater, always a cheater. I could never go back to where we were anymore. As a matter of fact, I didn't stop there. I knew that just after a few months, Hudson would get over the loss of me and Mia, and went back to Chloe. and I couldn't let him have a happy ending with his mistress because they didn't deserve it. I reached out to Chloe's husband and told him everything I knew. And so, just a few days after that, Hudson received an unexpected call that made his situation so much worse. It was Chloe's husband. He threatened to take them both to court. It turned out that Chloe had previously signed a prenuptial agreement that would cost her thousands of dollars if she ever cheated. After that, Chloe's husband reached out to me again, asking if he could help me with anything. I politely thanked him and asked for Chloe's address. Of course, he had prepared all the divorce papers and had moved out, so Chloe was residing at a different address now. She was living with her parents, who had remained unaware of their daughter's affair. With this information, I took it upon myself to gather the evidence and send everything to Chloe's parents. Unable to condone Chloe's actions, they turned their backs on her, forcing her to face the consequences of her choices alone. Chloe then had to move to a small apartment, struggling to make ends meet. After the divorce, Hudson had to work hard to pay off all his credit card debt from the trip. Plus, he had to pay child support as Mia chose to live with me. What's more of a blessing to us was that Chloe's husband did the courtesy of gifting me and Mia a small amount from his own settlement with Chloe. He talked about how sorry he was that we were pulled into this disgusting affair as innocent, loyal people. The amount of $10,000 was definitely not a huge portion of his gain, but it went on to help us so much. I managed to set up a college fund for Mia, ensuring that she would have the education she needed to pursue and any field she wanted to. With Hudson in the past, I found strength in the newfound independence I had acquired, no longer burdened by the weight of his betrayal. I embraced the challenge of managing both my demanding career as a nurse and the responsibilities of running a household on my own. It was not an easy task, but I found empowerment in the realization that I was capable of doing whatever I had set my mind to. Hudson had become a lesson learned. And as I navigated the winding road of life, I knew that I had emerged from the darkness stronger, wiser, and ready to embrace the endless possibilities that lay before me. Together with Mia, we led a happy, fulfilling life, knowing that we could deal with anything that came our way.